The Environmental Protection Agency recently issued a report on greenhouse gas emissions for all economic sectors. Emissions from agriculture dropped significantly between 2021 and 2022.
Looking at 2022, agriculture was at its lowest emissions rate of greenhouse gases in 10 years. And between 2022 and 2021, agriculture saw a 1.8% decrease in greenhouse gas emissions. So it's a very good sustainability story for the agriculture and forestry sectors and industries.
The main greenhouse gases that contribute to warming the planet are carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide. Many producers, like Steve Pittman in Surry County, are using cover crops to improve their soil. They help build up soil carbon, holding nutrients in place, and prevent erosion. Pittman also takes care of the soil on his land by employing no-till practices.
It's putting all our carbon back into the soil, which makes the soil much more able to withstand a drought. If you tear the land up like we used to, all that moisture that you lost during the spring, if you don't get enough rains, it doesn't replenish. This holds all the moisture, and all you're doing is cutting a slit, putting the seed in, and the roots are going down and better able to penetrate the deeper soil where it's got all the moisture.
Pittman says these and other conservation practices are not just good for the planet, they're also good for business.
We're saving on nutrients, we're saving on diesel fuel, we're saving on having a better yield when we have a drought, using less nitrogen, using less fertilizer. So we take a soil sample on every acre every year, and I take that to my nutrient management writer. He writes the plan, and then I go by that to say, well, this field only needs this amount of fertilizer, instead of going out with just well, if 100 pounds is good, let's give it 200 pounds. We're just putting exactly what we need per acre on every acre.
These practices have also helped the cleanup efforts of the Chesapeake Bay.
You think of things like no-till farming, cover crops, putting in grass buffers, forested buffers, livestock stream fencing. All of these things have an impact on water quality, but a co-benefit of that is that many of these practices also sequester carbon and other greenhouse gases. If, for example, you're minimizing your tillage to try and prevent runoff of sediment, you're also keeping that soil intact, root structure intact, and keeping more carbon in the ground.
And it's not just crop growers who are helping out the environment. Livestock producers are also doing their part.
Better breeding, better feed, nutrition. You have better feed conversion ratios within your livestock, meaning livestock are producing milk, meat, more milk and meat using less feed. So your nutritionness getting better each year.
Overall, U.S. greenhouse gas emissions were up by 1.3%. But these are 2022 figures.
When we think about the broad economy at that time, we were still having some recovery from COVID-19 issues, restaurants, some schools still opening up. So that rebound, that 1.3% we've seen in greenhouse gas emissions, is thought to be linked to just the economy returning to its full throttle.
Farmers will continue to do their part in reducing greenhouse gas emissions as new technologies make agriculture more efficient, but also as the agriculture community takes action to preserve the land and the environment that's so critical to their way of life. In Surry County, Virginia, I'm Burke Moeller reporting.